Siri, do I have any voicemail? Hey Siri, play the voicemail for me. Siri's powerful, but remember, everything you say to Siri goes into a data bank on you. And I wouldn't be saying to Siri, I have a way of getting rid of Trump tomorrow, and it's called a BOMB. Because you're going to have the FBI on your front door knocking on your door saying, we'd like to come in, and we do have a warrant. I don't use Siri except for information about what I need to know. I don't use it for a personal basis, but in fact the matter is you can say to Siri, I have my sister in my contact list, I have a Amazon account, Prime account, and I can say to Siri, Siri, send my sister a birthday card and a $50 gift card, and it would be taken care of. No, I'm not doing that. Siri, you weren't listening, were you?
She'll wail on you.
Yeah, you know, you've seen the thing on TV with a little girl ordered cookies and this $190 dollhouse and all that stuff? Yes, ma'am.
I didn't finish reading it. If you want to delete a lot of messages, do you have to go through each one individually, or is there a way of?
No, go back to your computer and go on your computer, open up your web mail through your browser on your computer and delete them there. It's quicker that way. Okay? A lot of people don't realize that when you use webmail, unless you delete it, that email stays in your box. I use client email, so all the email, my box is empty because all my email is on my computer. And another thing that if you're going to use Siri or you're going to use dictation, you have to train the device to your voice. So there's an exercise I have you go through. And you got to do both. You got to do Siri and then you got to do the dictation off your keyboard. That little microphone that shows up on your keyboard, if you touch that, you can dictate. Okay, but you have to train up both of them. And here's the weird thing. I have been trying for months. I can't get Siri to call me Jerry. Call me Jere. And I go through all sorts of Siri. Now listen to me very carefully. And she'll come back and say, I'm listening. My real name is Jere. J-E-R-E is pronounced Jerry. Okay, Jere.
Just have to say that's not how you pronounce it.
Oh, I've tried that too, believe me.
Chair,
Yes, sir.
wouldn't it be better if you used the name Al?
Yeah.
There you go.
And you know, there's some truth to that too. Okay, when a website wants to, if I want to sign up on a website like Gmail, okay, Gmail wants to know my name. I give them my name. They want to know my birthday. I lie. I'm over 21, and that's it. Because if you give somebody your name and your birthday, then they have access to a whole lot of public information from the county and the state and the federal government because they have your name and your birthday. So I lie. Then they say, what gender are you? And Gmail gives you 3 choices. Male, female, and other. I always pick other. Jerry works other, right? J-E-R-E could be other. All right, this is cool. How many times you run into something you can't read? Ooh. Yeah, so you use it as a magnifying glass. And while I'm talking about that, I want to mention this. There is a lawsuit in process right now where Apple is suing Amazon. Why is Apple suing Amazon? Anybody know? Because Amazon is selling junk for iPads and iPhones. I bought this off of Amazon. It is bad. It will not work.
What is it, a cable?
It's a regular charging cable with a, this is called a lightning connector, and this is called a USB, okay? And it doesn't work anymore. I used it for a couple of months and now it doesn't work. It's bad. It's junk, okay? The Chinese are making it.
The Chinese are selling everything.
All those devices that you have, you best have an Apple charger for it. When I found this out, I got rid of 4 or 5 devices, and between Joyce and I having 2 iPads and 2 iPhones, I spent $129 and got my all new chargers. And then I put labels on them so that we know that they're authorized. What's happening is these other devices, if you use them, you buy them discount off of Amazon.com, they burn up your device. Okay? So you can use your phone and turn the camera on and look at the small print on that device, on this little charging device as an example. There's a small print right in there. Everybody's seen it, right? You can't read it, all right? So I've already done that a couple times. There's all sorts of information about the lawsuit and bad devices like this that you can find on the internet.
Well, how do you turn on the camera? Oh, it's on.
Tap settings, tap general, tap
Yeah, I've done
accessibility,
that, so
tap
I-
magnifier.
It's working.
Uh-huh. You got it?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Fantastic.
Let me try.
Sorry, question.
Yes.
On an older model, you get the same effect from larger text or bold text?
Where's my?
Which doesn't have the same.
Well, yeah, but that's on your device. What we're using the phone for is the camera becomes a magnifying glass. Okay, and I don't know how it works on an older phone. You know you have an older device when you have a 30-pin connector. It only goes in one way. Okay, the newer connectors go in either way. Yes.
How do you print text messages?
How do you print text messages? I don't know.
Take a snapshot of the screen and then send it.
Yeah, you can do that. But he wants to print it. I don't know what I've never tried it. Good question. I told you I didn't know everything.
I can't do it.
Okay, I'll try it. You know that guy? Okay, I'll send you the answer. You
Okay.
send it on to him.
I'll
Okay.
figure it out.
Oh, by the way, you used to be able to rearrange how your notifications came up on your iPhone, iPad. You can't do it anymore. They took it away from us. I want to be notified by mail first. Right now, Apple reset it, and I get news notifications before I get mail notifications. I don't like that. They took it away from us. All right. Anybody know what I was talking about?
No.
Yes, Jerry.
No.
Okay. Sir.
You promised me a half hour ago you'd get back to me, you big fool.
Okay, I forgot.
Okay, you forgive me.
Thank you.
I forgot what I wanted last
Senior citizen plan. Welcome to the Old Timers Club. How long have you been a member?
You know that guy too?
Jerry,
Yes, ma'am.
can we see how to do this? I touch the camera.
Yeah.
I don't see.
No.
magnifier.
Turn on the magnifier.
Turn the
Touch settings.
magnifier on?
Touch settings.
Oh.
Go to general. Go to accessibility.
Oh, you got it.
What does accessibility really mean? All of these manufacturers, Apple and Microsoft, have gone way out of their way to make these devices accessible to us who have certain limited capabilities. How'd I put that? That was pretty cool. Okay. The fact of the matter is, Apple spent 2.5 years studying exercise and movement on wheelchairs, and now people in wheelchairs can track, like exercise, we do, okay, what they're doing in a wheelchair. So it's amazing. That's what accessibility is. Then you tap magnifier and turn the magnifier on. So you don't go to camera. I'm sorry, I said that.
Now you
go
see
to-
that? I just tried something. Remember, when you do that, to get the magnifier to work, you have to tap the home button 3 times.
Oh.
Quick triple tap home button, and then the magnifier will work. It will not work until you do that.
I went to the second page.
Yep, there you go.
Okay?
Yeah. Ah.
There's only so much information you can put on one of these view graphs, and if it gets too busy, that's why I split it up. But yes, you gotta tap 3 times, and then, oh, another thing they added is now you can change the brightness of your flash when you're using it as a flashlight, okay? You know, on my phone here, let me see if I can do this.
And that's not on your
Wipe up.
iPhone models.
And then I got bright light, medium light, low light. So I'm gonna go low light, then I'm gonna go medium light, and then I'm gonna go bright light.
Is that a 6S?
Yeah, this is 6S Plus, okay?
That's why.
I'll show you over on this side. When I turn on my flashlight, because I have a 3D screen, I push extra hard on it, and it comes up and says low light, medium light, bright light. So there's low light, there's medium light, there's bright light.
That's on 6S
Hello.
and 6S
But
Plus.
you gotta have the
and
3D screen. You have to have the 3D screen. How many people in here have 7s, i7s? Yay! Yay! I want an i7 too, but Joyce said no.
Wait for next year, this year, iPhone 8.
Hey, he left the White House.
All right.
Where's the light? Did he go to the routine?
How to speed up your device. Everybody should understand there is a significant difference. I gotta turn off my flashlight. There's a significant difference between off and sleep wake, right?
Yes.
Which is it? Come on.
Yeah, right.
There's a distinct difference between off and sleep wake. Okay, I'm going to talk generally. If you have a digital device and you turn it off, i.e. like your phone that you walk around in the house with that doesn't have a cord on it, that's a digital device, folks. And if you have problems with it, what do? Unplug it from the wall, count to 30 slowly, plug it back in. When you plug it back in, what happens? It goes through a program called POST, P-O-S-T, superfluous information, power on startup test. Every digital device does it. When you do it to your Apple device, you reset problems that exist. Let me give you some examples. Yesterday, you woke up your device and you went to this app and it downloaded right away. Today, you go to your device, you open it up, you wake it up, you go to that app and it just sits there and goes and doesn't start. What do? Turn it off. How do you turn your device off?
Power down.
It's the off button.
Yeah, but how? You push the sleep wake button down and you hold it until power to off comes up on the screen. And then you power to off. Once you get it off, don't immediately try to turn it back on, because it may be still shutting down, but when you turn it back on, it's going to do a post and clean itself up. And then, oh, this happened to me. I called Apple and said I got this problem with my iPhone. They said, what's your problem? I explained to them. They said, have you turned it off? I hung up. I forgot. And I didn't want to tell them who it was.
They already knew. They do.
Okay? If you go slide to off and it doesn't go off, how do you shut it off? You hold down the sleep wake button and the home button at the same time until it goes off. And then they got what they call a warm boot. I robbed that term from computers, but you can hold down the sleep wake button until slide to off goes, and then hold down the home button, let go of the sleep wake button, then hold down the home button, and that'll just reset the app you were using, called a warm boot. Oh. So there's different ways of shutting off your device. Sometimes when your device gets into a high-speed loop and a program's in there doing this and it won't move to anything else, you got to do the sleep wake button and the home button at the same time. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
What is a sleep wake button? On my phone?
It's one on the side at the top there. Right there. That's it. There you go. Not a bad question. Hey, I gave an hour presentation out in Las Vegas, and the guy came up to me after and he shook my hand. He said, "Very good. I really enjoyed it. I only have one question." I said, "What's that, sir?" He says, "Where's the home button?" Good question. All right. Turn off animations. Okay, this slows down your device. You can do the same thing in computers, but it's not called animations in computers. All right. Turn off your background app refresh. You need to go to General, you need to go to Background App Refresh, and you need to see what apps are refreshing themselves in the background. You need to turn them off, unless you want them refreshed. I have a lot of people come up to me and say, "Jerry, I can't keep a charge on my device." And it's because they got a whole lot of apps in the background that are refreshing all the time and using up their battery. Dude. Clear iMessages. You can set your device up so it holds iMessages for a year or for 30 days. If your device is running slow, clear them out. Now again, I don't expect you to go through all these things while we're here. Get a copy of the handout, email me if you have a question, go through it at your speed, at your time, and oh, by the way, if you email me with a question, please tell me what kind of device you have.
What we're talking about right now only applies to your webmail. It doesn't apply to mail you're getting off of
A client?
pardon?
Off a client program?
Yeah, like that you have.
Okay. If you use a mail program that came with your iDevice, it's a client email program. Okay? And you should have it set up for fetch instead of push. All right? Yes,
On
ma'am.
the background app refresh, if you just turn it off, then they're all off, right?
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
the best way to have it? Okay.
But I like some of my apps to be refreshed. All right? If you remove an app off of your device, it goes to your cloud account. If you want it completely gone, you have to go into iTunes on your computer and take it out of your cloud account. All right? Now, if you have an older device or if you have a small device and you got a lot of apps and stuff on your device, and there's an iOS update that came out and it says you can't download this because you ain't got enough room, then what you need to do is go to your app list and find the ones that are taking up most of the room. Photos and camera isn't one of them because you can't get rid of it. And delete those and they put them in the cloud. Then after you do the update, you can bring them back down out of the cloud. Yes, sir.
So you want to always update when it says there's an available update?
No.
When don't you?
Apple's been pretty good historically, Windows has not, about doing updates and not screwing up your machine. But Apple has in fact put out iOS updates that screw up your device. Here's what I do. When Apple says they have a new device or a new iOS update, I go to the internet and say review. So I say iOS 10.2 review. And one of the things you'll always see is Forbes magazine will come out with an article. Usually the day that Apple has put out a new iOS. And their article always says, like, 4 reasons why you should download this update and 5 reasons why you shouldn't. Now, I don't read what Apple has to say about their update. I read what other people have to say, and I make my own decision. And if I see people are having a lot of problems, then I wait. When Windows comes out with an update, if you're running Windows 10, you don't have a choice. But Windows 10, Windows 7, and Windows 8.1, every time they put an update on your machine, they set a restore point. So if their update screws up your computer, you can do a restore point before the update. How's that for an answer?
Very good.
So yeah, I check them out. When it says an app update, I do it. Because apps are apps, and you can, you know, and even if you screw an app up, you can put it in the cloud and then download it again. But yeah, iOS updates, I check them out. I say, what are other people saying before I download it?
So when you say you remove an app by just Xing it out, it goes to the iPhone?
Yeah. It goes to your iCloud account. When you delete it, it goes to your iCloud account. There's a couple different ways to delete. All right? And I'm showing you one way here. All right. Here's what my friend had a problem with. Clearing the Safari cache. Okay? And yes, this is all cool. Tap apps or settings. Tap apps. Tap the settings app, excuse me. Tap general, okay? And then scroll all the way down to the bottom. No, I'm sorry. Tap settings, tap Safari. Thank you. Come on, brain. Then go all the way down to the bottom, and you see a thing called Clear History and Website Data, right? And Clear History and Website Data is in blue, right? Okay. Now, you can say Clear History and Website Data, but this is what I want you to do instead. Please don't touch Clear History and Website Data yet. Right below it, it says Advanced. Touch Advanced.
I missed you here. You start again from settings, tap settings.
Okay, now pick Safari.
I don't have Safari.
Yes, ma'am, you do.
How
When
do
you
I
go back
find
to
it?
settings, it takes you back to where you left it the last time. You have to go back on your phone, okay? Everybody website data now? Touch website data, and you will see a list of all the websites you've been to,
Safari,
okay?
settings.
Is anybody with me?
I don't have it on mine.
Yes, ma'am, you do. Everybody has Safari on
I
your
know, I have
device.
Safari, but I don't have Safari, that's where I have Safari. It doesn't have Safari. It doesn't have, it says clear there. I mean, if Safari doesn't have Safari.
Everything.
I use Safari.
Okay, tapped it. Clear history and website data. Clear.
Scroll down.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Now,
Clear.
what you get over here on the left-hand side, or on the right-hand side of your screen, or you get in the middle of your screen if you're using a phone, if you're under website data, under advanced, under Safari, you get a list of the websites. And some of them stick there. So going back one page where it says Clear History and Website Data, just touching that doesn't do it. Sometimes you have to go to advanced and find out what website data is there. What is this really accomplishing?
Should I touch?
Absolutely nothing. Here's what Apple's doing. Apple is taking every website you went to and storing it on your device so that when you want to go back to it, it'll happen like that instead of like that. That's all. She had a ton of website data there that she had never gotten rid of because all she was doing was going to Safari and then going to Clear History and Website Data and touching it, and up comes Clear It, and she was hitting the clear. It took me over 5 minutes to get all the website data off of her device.
So it's good to clear it. Isn't there, down at the bottom, it says remove all website data?
Yeah, you can do that.
I did it.
Will that do it?
Yes, ma'am, that'll do
Will
it.
this be fast?
But again, now, what happens when, the question was, if you're under advanced and you're under website data and it loads, there's a red line that comes up at the bottom that says remove all. When you do that, then go back and check it a second time. If it hasn't, wait a second, sir, let me finish my sentence. If it hasn't removed it all, then you can do it manually. Okay? Because here I am on this page, the website data page. See it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up in the upper right-hand corner? What do you see in the upper right-hand corner in blue? Edit. Whoa! If you touch edit, then comes a minus sign in front of all of those website datas. And you can wipe them out that way. Sometimes the website data that's captured and stored on your machine will not go away with clear website data 2 pages back, 2 screens back. But it will go away if you hit edit and do the minus sign. Everybody see it? Edit and the minus sign in front of it. Okay? Now your question.
I have one of these things that's got a rotary dial on it. Now, if I went and I bought one of those things at Apple,
Folks, please.
what do they give you in support?
I can't keep
Okay, good question. Let me get to that, all right? Don't let me out of here, sir. I protect Navy men, okay? Don't let me out of here without telling you that. But I want to get through this, okay? Speed up by turning off notifications. Speed up by turning off location services. Okay, when an app comes up, let's say you turned off location services, and then you want to use the map apps, and the map app comes up and says, we can't do anything because you got location services off. Would you like to allow it? And you touch allow, then it turned it on back here in settings. It turned location services on in settings. And so if you want to turn it off again, you gotta go back to settings and turn it off. Everybody understand what I just said? All right. Turn off Spotlight. Anytime you're on the home page and you want to search something, put your finger in the middle of the screen and scroll down and you get Spotlight. And that's how you search for things. If you're using Spotlight and you got it turned on, that'll happen. If you don't have it turned on, it won't happen. If you turn it off, your machine will run faster. Send a hidden invisible message. We already went through that. And that's the end. Okay, now, what does Apple give you? Okay, there's a thing on your pad that you can't get rid of, or your device that you can't get rid of, that says iBooks. And Apple will give you the user's manual for free from iBooks. Okay? If you're a real novice and you want some help, and most of us our age, I'm not the youngest person in this room, I'm not the oldest either, used to learn from books. Okay, if you need a book to learn about your iDevice, go to Amazon.com and order the book from Visual Steps. That's the company. Visual Steps. Okay? Visual Steps has a very good beginner's book. All right? Now, if you really want to know the ins and outs and the bottom line and everything else, then you go to Amazon.com and you get the iOS manual called
iOS for Dummies.
No, sir. I do not allow a book to call me dummies, and I don't want jokes while I'm trying to learn. You go to the book that's called the Missing Manual Series. iPad, iPhone Missing Manual Series. They're about that thick, and they're great, aren't they?
David Pogue, yeah.
David Poe is one of the best. Okay? Now, folks, I gotta go, but I want to do the printer thing. Okay?
Okay, I'm gonna stop. Let's give Jerry a great hand, will you?